You are about to enter the Red and Rev Sports Show experience. Get ready for some real sports talk from some real sports fans who were real sports athletes who have sports knowledge.
Oh, sorry, you guys. How you doing today? I'm used to the little intro we had, but since we got a new host today, we going straight at it. Well, episode 192 is upon us. And what am I talking about today? Well, it's been a week of some surprising moments. Let me start off by saying how surprised I am that my Atlanta Hawks actually handled their business this week. I'm surprised more athletes don't boycott the media in today's time. I'm real surprised it's June 5th and Julio and Aaron Rodgers still haven't been traded. I'm also surprised it's June and the Braves are still under 500. I'm surprised that the Mavs and Clippers are still playing, which means Luka Doncic is still in the first round while Trae Young has already advanced. I'll be surprised that my Lakers don't make a huge move this offseason. I'm surprised Dame Dollar still thinks he can win in Portland. I'm not surprised it's 11 a.m. on Saturday and the Red and Rev Sports Show featuring Shelby, our new co-host, is about to begin. Rev and Coach, we thinking about you and we miss you. We'll see you soon. Let's begin.
Hey, y'all, it's me. It is my takeover. This is my dream. I am taking over the Red and Rev Sports Show.
I see with no soundtrack.
I know. Look, I'm taking over. I'm in charge. This is my absolute dream. It's kind of like Pinky and the Brain. This is my absolute dream. I'm so excited. Whatever, Red. Haven't you ever had a dream?
Pinky and the Brain?
Pinky and the Brain.
You're like one Michelle Obama.
Pinky in the brain. That's all he wanted to do was take over the world. And today begins my process and my plan of world domination. I'm taking over the Red and Rev Sports Show. We're so excited. But
I think we
first,
finally figured out your master plan.
yeah, it's about time you figured it out. First, this is show 192. And since our resident numerologist is inactive today, I'm going to talk about the 1992 Olympics and the one and only Dream Team. It was the first time that our NBA All-Stars, our NBA players, played for the USA. It was about time, and we won. And we didn't just win, we demolished every other country. And so that is our 192, the 1992 Dream Team. Morning, Red.
Good one, Shelby. That's another good one. Hey, I know somebody who probably won't be so impressed with your 192. That's Isaiah Thomas.
I don't understand why he thought he was going to go. Nobody liked him. Red, you know what that's like. Nobody liked you.
I would have had a spot on that Dream Team. I know that.
Yeah, that's what you think. That's what you think. So before we get started, we have to say good morning to the Revanite Nation. Revanite Nation, you are what makes this show great.
Oh my God! Don't pump their heads up.
Listen, Revanite Nation is who makes this show great. Let's be honest. Let's see who's checking in. So first, we got Lance saying good morning.
What is this, roll call?
Yes, it's roll call. Coach is watching as well.
How you doing,
We miss
Coach?
you. We love you. Can't wait to see you back here again.
Get well soon, buddy.
Rev is not here because he is actually at the funeral, the homegoing celebration of one of his coaches from Morehouse, Coach Grady Brewer. So if you're in the mind of it, take a few minutes, say a quick prayer for the friends and family of Coach Brewer. And that's where Rev is this morning. Coach is taking time to worry about himself. And that is what we want for him. Wait a minute. We got some more people checking in. Chris Traylor, good morning. Vincent Woodruff.
You know what time it is.
Nation VP. Maurice Thrower. We've also got Chris showing love to Coach, as well as Vincent Woodruff.
Your boy Thomas.
Wait. I wasn't ready. Thomas Holcomb. I can't.
You want me to read it?
Please do, because I'm about to crack up.
Okay. Thomas is in the building, you guys. At this time, he's at the Walrus and Wellaby taxidermy trials in Willahoochee, Georgia.
But did you see who it was sponsored by?
Sponsored by Willie Watkins.
No, we cannot.
We're going to find that book of yours.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Thomas, where do you find this stuff? But again, welcome, Revanite Nation. We are glad you are here. We're going to start the show just like we always start the show with our dope, nope, and cope moment. Red, I'll let you start. What are we doping on today?
All right, 1 second. I got to pull my screen back up. Okay, what am I doping on today? Shelby, I had a few options this week. I don't know, since it's just two of us, we probably need to have two dopes, two of them a piece. But I'll tell you one thing I was doping on this week. Give it to my boy Solomon Hill. I like the way he stood up for Trae Young this week, and the way at halftime everybody thought, the way the Knicks were trying to pump the Hawks, everybody thought the situation over. But no, Solomon Hill had a little message he wanted to send Nerlens Noel before halftime with his little bump. And he was just waiting for a little reaction out of Nerlens Noel. And that let him know, you're not going to push our superstar around, dog. That's Trae Young. He's here to stay. So much props to Solomon Hill for being our designated enforcer and for showing the Hawks he's a true soldier. Solomon Hill, dope.
Good dope. I have to agree with you. That was a good dope. My dope for today is none other than the Lady Dogs, Georgia softball team, who made it to the College World Series. And you know what they did? They beat Florida.
Uh-oh.
They took
Take them
out the
down.
number 4 Lady Gators, which really sounds weird when you say it out loud, Lady Gators. But anyway, whatever. Took them out, and we're going to the College World Series. They've already played their first game. They did lose, but they have another game today, and so I'm excited. And that is what I'll be watching today. I'm going to change out of my Hawks gear, change into my Georgia gear, and support the Lady Dogs. All right, so I guess it's my turn for Nope. And this was a rough week for Nope. But my Nope goes to the Serbian women's volleyball team, who, after making a point against the Thailand team, they proceeded to make a racist gesture by pulling their eyes and trying to slant their eyes. Of course, it was caught on camera because everything is caught on camera these days. And then they came out with this ridiculous apology. Oh, we didn't know it was racist. Everybody knows when you do your eyes and make them slant, that's racist. So I call BS on the apology. And that is my nope for today. Brett, what are you noping on?
I'm not sure this is a note per se, but this is a note for me. Now, I could be proven wrong at a later date, and you might even disagree with me. I'm kind of interested in what you think about this. Well, no, it's not that bad. It's just kind of your opinion. Well, they're finally making a Florence Joyner Kersey movie. No, Florence Griffith Joyner, the Olympic girl, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Florence Joyner Griffith.
Florence Griffith Joyner. Or just
Florence
call her
Griffith
Flojo.
Joyner, okay.
Call her
Okay,
Flojo.
okay. Yeah, I was going to get the Flojo anyway. Nickname is Flojo. Guess who they've chosen to play her? Have you heard?
No, who?
Tiffany Haddish.
Absolute no. Absolute no.
There you go.
Absolute no.
There's my note moment. Tiffany Haddish as Flojo. Oh my God. I hope they don't plan on this being an award-worthy Oscar movie come awards time, because I don't see no Best Actress nomination in her future.
I don't even know.
Sure.
Was there no other Black actress available?
That's why I just found out. I need to give it some thought. I'm pretty sure me and you both can come up with at least 2 or 3 other people that they could have chosen to play Flojo. Tiffany Haddish. Oh my God. Sweetie, please don't ruin this movie. Please don't ruin Flojo's reputation. Oh my God. Well, for right now, before we see the movie, we had a note. Note for Tiffany Haddish as Flojo.
That's an absolute note. All right. So, Brad, what are you coping on?
I'm coping with one Dennis Schroeder. All right. First, this guy ruins my Hawks when they give him the starting job. First year he's the starter, Hawks miss the playoffs. Then he comes to my Lakers. First year with my Lakers, we out in the first round. Dennis Schroeder, please stop ruining my teams. You got Magic Johnson coming out yesterday saying he don't think this guy is a true Laker. Really, Magic? Really? It took you that long to figure it out? Of course not. He's not a true Laker. He's not a true Hawk. Eventually, he's not going to even be a true NBA player. Dennis Schroeder, I'm coping with how long we have to put up with you in the NBA. Please go away.
I don't think it'll be long, because didn't he turn down an $85 million contract? So I'm not sure what you think you're going to get.
Greatest thing he ever did for my Lakers.
But I don't know what you think you're going to get if you turn down $85 million and your team
is going to get $100 million.
Absolutely not. So exactly. I'm hoping on these late night NBA games. I'm exhausted. Look, y'all. I know I'm old, and I go to bed at an old people time. Staying up all night to watch these games is killing me. Good thing is I work from home, so I don't actually have to be there on time. But still, these late night games are killing me, and I'm ready. I'm done. Can you please get me back to a regular time, a sleep time, please? Thank you. All right, let's see what
that's what happens when you're a fan of a lot of East Coast teams. I like a lot of West Coast teams. Honestly, Chef, I always like these late nighters. They always gave me a reason to stay up late.
I'm not. I'm really a 10 to 2 kind of person. I don't like the morning, don't like the night. I'm a 10 to 2 kind of person.
Oh, okay.
So let's see what Revanite Nation is talking about. First of all, Lance. This one, red. 2002 called and said they want their shirt back. I can't. I have to DJ the show, so I'm just gonna keep going.
Why is Lance all in my wardrobe, man?
But it's true though. It's true.
Oh, you don't like my shirt?
It's a little feels like cross colors, but okay.
Oh, is it Sean John? It's Sean John.
Thomas Holcomb, how do you come up with these? Chris, we've been asking the exact same questions. There has to be a book somewhere, and we need to find it. Lance is doping on. He said, "My Dodgers are in town." In case y'all didn't know, Lance is originally from California and follows. He's the only friend I have that follows the Dodgers. So there's that.
I have a few more. They all on my page, Dodger fans.
Spencer Woodruff is doping on them Atlanta Hawks. Probably could have said them, and I would have known, but that's okay. We're trying correct English today. Dope. Hawks getting it done, and the bow from Trey at the Garden. Chris, that is an absolute dope. The bow was classic. And the fact that the cameras didn't catch it the first time, we had to see it in replay. I appreciate that. But absolute great dope. What's our next one? Vincent Woodruff. The Hawks seem to be maturing big time on all levels. Absolutely. These Hawks have grown up in front of our face this year, and it's been amazing to watch. What's we got? Lance, no. Kyle, I should have been traded. Kuzma only scoring 2 points.
He's gone. Out. Bye.
That feels harsh, but not wrong.
He's out of here.
Vincent Woodruff. Shelby, that sounds about white coming from the Serbians. They apologize when they get called out. Absolutely. It was ridiculous. What we got? Our next dope. Phoenix and Denver winning their series. Maurice, yes, because y'all know I picked Phoenix to come out of the West, and then if they had lost, that would have been my entire bracket gone.
You hater. You know you only picked Phoenix.
Lakers. I only picked Phoenix because I didn't want the Lakers to win.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Vincent Woodruff says, nope, Spike Lee. Did you hear Reggie Miller calling out though, as he left?
Yeah.
Reggie Miller was spot on. If you're going to be
actually one of my notes.
Number one fan, if you're going to be a number one fan, you win with the
stay
team,
there and take
you lose with the team. You have to stay there and take it just like everybody else.
Just like we took that Falcons 28-3.
Really? Why do we still have to talk about that? It's not what we're talking about.
It forever.
I'm not
Shelby,
talking about it.
They're not going to let us forget it until we actually win it.
I understand. We're not talking about that right now. Stay on topic. We're still in dope. Maurice Storer was telling you FloJo, like I said. Here we go. This is it. Vincent Woodruff. Please don't say Tatch. Yeah, it happened, and
you knew who they hired for that part. Vincent knew
because we know
he keep over just as much entertainment as me.
I want to watch it because if we don't watch it, then we won't get more movies based on us. But at the same time, I don't know if I can sit through another Tiffany Haddish movie, y'all. It's just
she gonna have to get a performance of her lifetime. But if they choose a good director, let me see who they gonna choose as a director. But she gonna have to get a performance of her lifetime.
No, I can't. It's too much. Too much. Wait a minute. Oh, Rev is tuning in. Dope. Shelby learning how to DJ the show. I know, right? It's a lot harder than Rev makes it look. It really is. Thomas Holcomb coming in for our comedy. Flex Alexander wasn't available. I don't even know what to say to that. Because he is available, because number one, he's broke. In case y'all didn't see. They said that. They had a show. Him and Shanice had an actual show saying they were broke celebrities. Like, I'm not taking anything that he hadn't said. So he is available. Anyway,
You
I'm just gonna
hard
go.
on the boy, you killed him. Sorry, Flex.
We're gonna move forward. He is broke though. But anyway, Lance Haddish doesn't have the body or acting skills to play Fojo. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm just gonna leave it
Duh.
alone.
That's why I had as my note.
Red not having his camera in landscape.
Oh, my bad. Shelby. Sorry.
No, I can't. Y'all are killing me today. Chris Trailer is laughing. Vincent Woodruff. Wait, in the words of Marty Marr. Wait. Red could have played Flojo better than Tiffany Haddish. And the hits keep coming. We can do this all day.
I chose the perfect note today. I thought I was too hard on Tiffany.
No, you weren't. Maurice Thrower. Nope. The New York Knicks. Enough said. Absolutely. Absolutely. We've got more. Vincent Woodruff. I think y'all have more than one. I think you're supposed to have one per person, but it's fine. You're Rebelite Nation. Listen, they make the rules.
5 or 6 of them.
Vincent is the vice president of Rebelite Nation. He makes the rules. Vincent is coping on the Lakers having to deal with Mr. Glass for some years to come. I'm sending bubble wrap to the Staples Centers via Prime.
You send some bubble gum too, because that's all he worth is a piece of bubble gum.
Vincent, was that you that put on Facebook that he would get hurt doing the electric slide? I don't think I laughed that hard in a long time. Oh, was it you? Simon? Okay, Ray. Okay, fine. I give you credit. It was a great vote. I laughed.
Trying to give my credit away.
Chris Trailer is coping on Dennis not taking the contract from the Lakers. He's not getting that money anywhere else. You are 100% correct. Absolutely correct. Lance is coping on is what Red had to do after camping outside of LeBron's crib yelling, why? Did you go to LeBron? Did you do that? Maybe he went to Kobe. Maybe
I didn't have the address.
I doubt that. You clearly have Kobe's address.
Yeah, for good reason.
Lance is agreeing with Chris. Bad career move of the year. Yeah, Dennis definitely should have taken that $85 million. What we got? Dennis Schroeder needs to choose one color for his hair. Then he might have a chance to be great. Wow.
No. Still, he's still gonna be ugly.
Not a bad comment. Not a bad comment. Red went down to Harry's. Is that where you took your picture with your Sean John?
I remember that spot.
Who doesn't have a Harry's picture? I am not going to put my Harry's picture up here, but in case you need a little funny in your life, go to Facebook and look up Harry's. And he has all of our pictures from the 90s. I consistently scan to make sure that my picture is not on there. We're coping. Hold on. Who is this? Maurice is coping with ESPN scrambling to find narratives now that LBJ is gone pitching. Right. Because they don't have anything else to talk about except for LeBron. And Rev is coping, having to miss the show to celebrate the life of my college basketball coach, Coach Grady Brewer, who we actually interviewed on episode 93. Rest in peace, Coach. Pretty cool.
That's right. Episode 93.
We should go back and watch that. Red needs to rock some Carl Kanai. Wow.
No way.
I don't do that.
I don't do that New York style, buddy.
No, Spike Lee dressed like he was a member of the Lockers. I can't. That was too much. Red Team Zero. I did know that Tiffany got picked, but your leader led to believe that she was it. Well, we know that Red is absolutely TMZ. All right, Vincent. Reggie called him a fair weather fan. Yeah, he did. It was great, and it was on live TV. And the camera showed him leaving. It was perfect. Spike tried to sneak out, but they made him do the right thing and go back to his seat.
You need to wear some other clothes.
First of all, blue and orange has never been a good combination. It's not a good combination for the Knicks. It's It's not a good combination for the Gators. It's ugly.
Especially on a little man like him. And then the way he be jumping around like a little child, dude, that looks so. Like I said,
And
I'm
that
glad we beat him.
giant orange hat. I had to be specially made because nobody makes that. 28-3 will be the oldest and deadliest scab in all of sports. Absolutely. Absolutely. Kelly is checking in. Hey, Kelly.
How you doing, Kelly? Right on time.
And Lance is saying those Harry's picks are hilarious. They are. I go through them all the time just to make sure. And Chris is also saying hey to Kelly because Kelly's family. All right, y'all. We're going to have to do it. We're going to talk about the NBA first round. We're going to talk about it because why shouldn't we? Listen, it was great. The Hawks won. We won in 5. There's really nothing else to talk about. We're just going to talk about the Hawks. No, that's not kidding. But we have to talk about the Lakers losing because I don't know about y'all, but I woke up with a smile that day. So let's get into it. Let's talk about our first round rewind. Brad, head us up.
All right. First round rewind. Let's see. We have the Hawks advancing to play the Philly after beating the Knicks in 5. We had the Sixers taking care of the Wizards in 5. We had I think the Nets beat the Boston. I think the East had a lot of series in 5 games. I mean, a lot of their opponents weren't really worthy. And the Milwaukee beat the Heat in 4. Man. Mm-hmm. So none of the Eastern Conference playoff series, first round series, went to 6 games. Well,
no.
I mean, second round, I doubt that'll be the case in the second round unless the Hawks completely choke it up. But I doubt all of these series in the second round at least gonna go to 6 games. And in the Western Conference, let's see, the Lakers were eliminated by the Suns in 6, I think. Utah eliminated the Grizzlies in 5. Portland got eliminated by Denver in 6, I believe. And unfortunately, we still have Dallas and the Clippers 7 games going on tomorrow at 3:30. So all of the Western Conference Finals games mostly went to 6 and 7. So as we looking at it, the Western Conference first round series were probably more competitive than the Eastern Conference first round series. I'm really interested in that Dallas Clippers, how that ends tomorrow. I will go back to the East. I'll tell you my thoughts on the West. Not surprised with Utah and the Grizzlies. I'm surprised the Grizzlies didn't get swept, but of course Utah made the dumb decision not to play Spider Mitchell in Game 1. Really just wasted their entire energy on another game that they didn't have to play. I hope it don't come back to bite them. Denver and Portland, that probably turned out to be the best Western Conference first round series. Even though that probably should have went 7 games, it didn't. Portland didn't take care of their business. They definitely didn't take care of their business at home. Dame Lillard and Trailblazers, they got a lot of tough decisions coming up in the offseason. They let the coach go, Terry Stotts, yesterday. Not surprising, they're looking for a scapegoat. Actually surprised he stayed over there, 6, 7 seasons? Wow. I remember Terry Stotts was coaching the Hawks a while ago. You remember when the early 2000s?
Yeah, feels like everybody's coached the Hawks at one time or another because we go through coaching so fast over here.
Yeah.
I wonder what's next for Eric Spoelstra. He's been with the Heat for a long time. And for them to go from the finals, not even winning a game, is he out? Is his time over? Does Pat Riley pull the trigger? I don't know. I think that's a question.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, it's been there for a while. I mean, and it was even surprised that he made the finals last season. Like I say, nobody had them coming out of the East last season. And you're right, to go from that to now you're getting swept And even before his finals run last season, when was the last time that he'd even made the playoffs? So it's
Right.
like Spoelstra went through a few down seasons without even making the playoffs. And immediately right after the LeBron and Wade team broke up, they was in a down period again. So it's like you can take last year and his playoff appearances with the Heatles or the LeBron's Heat away. Eric Spoelstra, man, you really haven't done too much. Even though I know Pat Riley's building the team, but yeah, I think a new voice might be in order in Miami because you have been there a while, and I don't see this team with the retooling. They have to be Jimmy Butler's becoming a year older. Victor Oladipo, I have no idea why they made that trade at all. Anyway, this guy, he's about as injury prone as Mr. Glass in LA, Victor Oladipo. I mean, when the last time he had a healthy season? So I mean, the guy he probably have more appearances on Dancing with the Stars and some of those Fox talent shows than he's had in meaningful NBA games. Trying to sing and whatnot. But like I say, I definitely think it might be time for a change in Miami.
Yeah.
Eric Spoelstra might be time for a new voice, but will Pat Riley pull the trigger? Shoot, is somebody gonna pull the trigger on Pat Riley? How long is he gonna be running things in Miami?
Pat Riley's still living off of what happened with the Lakers in the 80s. And he really hadn't done much.
Well, they did
that.
win it in 2006.
Yeah, I mean, okay, they won, but still, I mean, it's time. It's time. Let's make a move. Everybody else is making a move.
Clean house.
Time to clean house. I mean, your team is getting older. I'm sure, I don't know when Jimmy Butler's contract comes up, but I doubt if he'll stay in Miami again. I think it's time to clean house. I mean, you went from the finals to being swept. Any other team, that's clean house time. Anybody else, that's clean house time. Any other sport, that's clean house time. I don't know. I think it's interesting. I was looking at something yesterday, and they mentioned that in the Western Conference, the home team was 8-14.
Wow.
So
throughout the first round?
Thinking that was the first round. I said, wow, you don't win at home, but you go to a hostile environment and win? That was a little weird. It was just a weird stat that they keep track of. But I was wondering what that does to the Clippers, Mavs. Because Clippers are going back home.
Yeah.
Do the Clippers. But to be fair, Clippers are the lesser known LA team. Nobody really cheers for them. Even they play in Staples Center, but it doesn't mean it's Lakers. Do they change the floor for Clippers? I mean, it just feels like it's like the Lakers home, and y'all just kind of practice there. So I think if the Clippers make it, the Clippers can win, and the Lakers don't, I think you see riots in LA. It's going to be crazy. I would love to see it. I already said I think we're in the upside down. The Hawks are going to the second round, and the Lakers aren't. I already said we were in the end times. So I see a riot coming. So let's talk about what do we see for the second round? What's that going to be like? I mean, I don't think the Hawks are going to win as easily as they did. However, if Joel Embiid is not at 100%, the Hawks have a really, really good shot.
I don't see how he could be at 100%. Let me get my notes together. I don't have mercy. But I don't see how he could be at 100% with a torn meniscus. I mean, from all the people I'm hearing about, there's no way he's going to be at 100% at all during the Hawks series. Now, how that affects his play, that's yet to be seen. But I doubt he's 100% at all during the series. Now I'm just curious can we take advantage? I got my notes down right here. I can just pull them up because I got some factors for the series.
Here we go, y'all.
Okay, no worries, not much. But like I say, I agree with you. The Hawks definitely have a very good chance to win this series with an unhealthy Embiid. But they have to focus on some key things. Number one, you got to stay out of foul trouble. John Collins, Clint
Yes.
Capella. You got to stay out of foul trouble. You can't look up and our rotations is all out of whack because we got to pull Collins and Capella minutes or time before we even ready to pull them. Like I say, most of our success has been built on Nate and his very tight rotations. Everybody has a certain amount of minutes. Everybody knows their role. If we got Clint and John coming out earlier than we anticipate, that's going to affect us. That's going to affect our rotations. That's probably going to affect the entire game. Another factor: no scoring droughts. One thing I always hate with my Lakers and Hawks are these scoring droughts they go on, especially the ones that last 3 to 4 minutes. So Hawks, you got to be very careful not to go on any huge scoring droughts that last over 2 minutes. We have too much offensive firepower to go that long without scoring a basket. Philly will definitely take advantage of that. They are well coached. They have Doc Rivers over there. They don't have Tom Thibodeau, who just coaches mostly on thug mentality. Another factor, playing small. How are we going to play small ball style with Capella? That's going to be a factor. Can we play small ball with Capella on the floor? You know, he can't really space the floor too much. He doesn't really shoot threes. He's more of a traditional inside post player. How would that affect us when Philly goes small? Keeping Dwight Howard in foul trouble. That's going to be essential, especially if Embiid is not 100%, because you know how much they're going to rely on Dwight. Yeah. So keeping Dwight Howard in foul trouble, that's key. Containing Tobias Harris and Seth Curry. Very essential for the Hawks in this series. We have got to play just as good a defense on Tobias Harris that we did Julius Randle. Honestly, we might need to have to play better defense on Tobias Harris than we did Julius Randle. And we can't let Seth Curry go off for 30 like he did against that closeout game versus the Wizards. So those two guys, we got to know where they are at all times. Now, X factor for the Hawks, what is DeAndre Hunter going to give us on both sides of the ball? That's what I have down as my X factor, and I'll let you give us some of your opinions.
I wonder about DeAndre Hunter. He's very streaky. Like sometimes he comes in and he'll get 10, and then sometimes you barely know he's on the court. So he's one of those guys. He's an X factor, but he has to be an X factor in the positive. I completely agree with your scoring drought analogy. We had so many times against the Knicks where we were up, and then all of a sudden, all we're doing is shooting threes. I'm like, slow down. We're leading. Run a play. Do something different. Run some clock. Trey. I'm actually wearing your number. Trey. If you don't pick up that doggone ball when you inbound, what is you letting it roll for? We saw it almost absolutely. I mean, it absolutely could have collapsed in game 5.
Why do they do that? I
don't
hate
understand.
when the players do that.
I'm like, what are you doing? We're winning by a lot. Why are you stopping the clock? Run the clock so we can go home. Don't do that. Don't make turnovers. Turnovers hurt us a lot too against the Knicks. Yeah. We had a lot of uncharacteristic turnovers, and I'm not sure. I want to say that the moment was really big. Playing your first round in Madison Square Garden is insane. We may get those kind of crowds in Philadelphia, but the 76ers fans are not like the Eagles fans. So they'll be loud, but they won't be rude like the Eagles fans.
Well, they did pull popcorn on Russell Westbrook head.
Okay, but that's popcorn. You ain't spit on nobody. It's popcorn. Yeah. I mean, I understand it's disrespectful to throw popcorn, but popcorn ain't gonna hurt you. Okay, it's some popcorn. Like, let's move on. But I think that we have to control ourselves, control our emotions, and we can't be the bully. That's not who our team is. That's not our style. We just have to play our game, and I think we can win. Doc Rivers is a great coach. I love Doc, and I know my mom is watching, and she's going to be. I don't know if she's going to root for Doc Rivers or she's going to root for the Hawks because she loves Doc Rivers. It's going to be a struggle for her. And I love Doc too. I think he's a really nice man, but we have to win. And I want the Hawks to beat them in 4. I would love for them to sweep. I think it would be awesome. I know it's not going to happen. I said I would like it. I'm not. I'm not making a guarantee.
Okay. That's not a prediction.
That's not a prediction.
Okay.
But I do want the Hawks to win. So what about this next series? Brooklyn and who do they play?
Milwaukee.
That is going to be, I think that is going to be must-see TV.
For a while.
I mean,
just until Brooklyn's mental toughness becomes exposed.
Yeah. Because some of the stuff I saw out of Kevin Durant last series, I was like, dude, what is wrong with you? Like, it just feels like he's got something going on. And I really need him to maybe
besides his nappy hair.
A brush would not hurt him. A brush would not hurt him. Which is why I hated the Knicks, because the dude with the mullet in the front and the mullet in the back, I was like, bro, it's too distracting.
You say the Knicks?
Yeah, the Reggie Bullock candle. He had the thing in the front,
Reggie. Oh,
it was too much. I was like, you're distracted.
Some of these hairstyles. I mean, good Lord. I know these guys are millionaires, but do these guys have girlfriends? Do these girlfriends think I get, you know what? Let me stop. These girlfriends don't care. As long as they bringing in that paper, dog, you can look as dumb as you want to look. But y'all know better. I would want my girlfriend to tell me if my hair looking crazy.
Oh, absolutely. I completely agree with you. I tell my honey all the time, like, maybe not. Maybe it's time to let it go. You know, the bald spot.
Let me know what I need to do with this red fro.
It's okay to let it go. It's okay. But I know y'all, we got off topic and I see the comments. I see y'all. I think it's time.
Of course we got off topic. Shelby hosted the show.
But I think it's going to be must-see TV. I think Giannis is going to, Giannis really, he was good last series, but he wasn't the star. And I think that's where he succeeds more, when he's not the focus. And I don't know if Brooklyn can stop them. I think Milwaukee's going to win it. Will it go 7? I think it'll go 6, because we know James Harden disappears during the playoffs. What he is, it's what he does. He does it all the time. So whatever little big 3, I don't know what that is, but because we know James Harden is going to disappear. But I think that I think it goes.
And Kyrie is going to be in his own world.
Yeah, Kyrie, bless his heart. That's all I got on that. But I think it's going to be interesting. Phoenix, the Phoenix series, and wait a minute, who do they play? I forgot. Just forgot.
Denver.
Phoenix and Denver. I got Phoenix because, of course, I want Phoenix to win because Monty Williams. But I got Phoenix. Feel like they're going to win. What are your thoughts, Fred?
Do you want me to go back to the Milwaukee series or start with this Phoenix series?
Go back to Milwaukee. Give me your thoughts on Milwaukee and then go to Phoenix.
I agree with you on the Milwaukee series. I'm definitely taking Milwaukee. I'm not taking those mental nut cases in Brooklyn. I wouldn't take them to go anywhere. The fact that they had Boston in the first round, lucky them. Had they had any team to give them any type of fight, they probably wouldn't even made it out the first round. Lucky they in the East instead of the West. But like I say, this is Coach Bud. You got to get it done, man. You've been flying under the radar. Now, if you lose to the Hawks, fine. But other than that, you got to get it done. You've been the number 1 team in the East for the past few seasons. You had the number 1 seed the last 2 seasons. You didn't even make it to the finals. Now you dropped down 2 spots to the number 3 seed. This is the time that you need to make it to the finals. You got to get over the hump. You got a well-made team. You got Chris Middleton finally coming into his own. Drew Holiday balling, PJ Tucker. You got a well-rounded team around Giannis. Now is the time. It's definitely time for you to get past the Nets now. If you're going to get eliminated by my Hawks. Don't get eliminated by the Nets now. So I'm definitely with you. I'm not taking Milwaukee in 4 or 5. I think it'll definitely go 6 since Brooklyn have home court. I say Milwaukee will close it out on their home court in 6 games. Now, as far as the Phoenix and Denver series,
Hey, CP3, buddy, are you ever gonna win a ring? Because you beat my Lakers, which was very unexpected, and we got to talk about the fallout from that we forgot to do, but we definitely gonna get into it.
We'll get into that next.
CP3,
That is a hot
now
mess.
is the time for you to finally go on a championship run. Now, Denver is going to be a tough out. I love how Denver's playing. Jokic, MVP, Michael Porter Jr. stepping up, unbelievable. That Kapazu, that's the guy's name, real. Kapazu, you can remember it last week. I can't pronounce his first name, but Kapazu, that's his last name. And man, where did Austin Rivers in this game come from? I thought this kid was completely forgotten about when he left the Clippers. He went to the Knicks, they cast him off. He went to the Pistons, they cast him off. He finally landed in Denver, and we completely forgot he was on the team. And now
He
he's
is
in the starting
balling.
lineup and balling. Man, you see, that's why you listen to your daddy, Austin. He said, "No, I'm not taking you on my team. Go find your own path." Yeah, Doc, after you had him on your own team for his first 6 years, way to step up and be tough now. Anyway, but hey, the kid has finally found his own path. I mean, he's becoming the X factor for the Denver Nuggets in their little postseason run. Because without Jamal Murray, honestly, I didn't see Denver making a deep postseason run. But with the emergence of Austin Rivers and the Campazzo kid, and Aaron Gordon completely disappearing over there, not surprised. But you still got Michael Porter Jr. and Jokic in your front court. So that Denver Nuggets and Suns series, Shelby, it might go 7 games. I would not be surprised if it goes 7 games. And honestly, I am going to take the winner out of this series to come out the entire West. So whoever wins
Wow.
this series, I'm taking them to come out the West.
Wow. That's a bold statement.
I'm not believing in Utah. I don't think the NBA wants Utah in the finals.
Utah, no.
And as far as Dallas and the Clippers, they have to play Utah next round. Neither one of them. Both teams are choking up against Utah. But I would like to see Dallas beat Utah, but I don't see the Clippers or Dallas. I think Utah, they get easier to beat.
The NBA needs to have something on TV that people will watch. Yeah. People are not going to watch the Utah Jazz. They're just not. There's nothing exciting about that team. The only thing exciting that we've talked about on this show is the fact that Dwayne Wayne bought stake in them. That is the only thing. It's the only time we've talked about the Utah Jazz. And other time we talked about the Utah Jazz was when they were playing the Grizzlies, and we talked about Ja Morant. We still didn't talk about the Utah Jazz. Nobody talks about the Utah Jazz.
We did talk about them in the negative, like when Rudy Gobert gave everybody coronavirus.
We did talk about that. So again, nobody wants to see them. The NBA knows their ratings are going to go down. First of all, I'm not sure who said it, but ESPN realizes that now they have nothing to talk about because LeBron is out. They're not going to talk about Utah.
No way.
Because who are we going to talk about? And the NBA has to make money. And you're not going to win money on ads with Utah. You're just not. Hey,
they'll talk about Trae Young and the Hawks all day, every day. Uncle Nate, Trae Young, and the Hawks will be the story before they talk about Utah.
And we know it's all about money. And the NBA knows they're not going to make money if Utah's in the finals. I mean, if you have Utah, Milwaukee, if you had Utah and the Hawks, think about this, Utah and the Hawks.
Oh, well, I take that because the Hawks will be front and center.
Yeah, but no offense to the Hawks, but we're not household names.
Yeah, Shelby.
Trae Young just yet. So, I mean, again, it's not going to happen. We know the NBA wants to make money, and it's all about money, and they're just not going to do it. So let's check our comments. Sue Ann Marie Hines said, "I beg your pardon, go Gators." Absolutely not. Go Dogs. But we're family friendly here, and we want to include we're very inclusive. But yeah, no, that's not going to happen. I would never say go Gators. If I say go Gators, that means I'm kidnapped, and somebody need to come find me.
Remember what we said
Andre
about not getting off topic.
I know, sorry. Andre Fanning. Knicks are trying to live through the glory of the 90s. Those days
What's
are
up,
over.
Andre? One of my UPS buddies.
that series, they need to just start all over because everybody, Red, I think you put it on your page. Everybody picked the Knicks to win.
Yeah.
Everybody. And
Yeah, well,
they didn't
except
show up.
for one person. One person picked the Hawks, including Kendra Person. Kendra Perkins picked us.
Here's the thing. The Knicks didn't show up. Other than Derrick Rose, the Knicks did not show up. And Derrick Rose
got
was 45, 50 years old.
Should have got swept.
Should have. If Nate had not taken, we would have won.
Nate, what was that the game that Nate took out Trey and Bogey for 8 minutes?
8 minutes.
Boy, I'm sorry, Nate. I had to get you that day, man, because that was completely insane. I mean, we pretty much gave them that game right there.
Yeah. Chris Traylor, when these nets nut with the ball. Oh, JD Woods checking in, and the coach is always a scapegoat. Going back to Portland and Terry Stotts, absolutely, the coach is always.
Terry Stotts was lucky he had that job for as long as he did. All he did was stood tall with his long neck and didn't do anything. He didn't make any adjustments in the game. He rolled Dame Lillard coattails for 5 years.
Andre Fanning with a very good point. The Hawks were Terry Stotts' first head coaching job. Hell of a way to break in.
That's right. We were his first, and hopefully
he didn't stand a chance.
May not be. I hope it ain't his last.
No, I doubt that. Vincent Woodruff. Everybody but Maurice were surprised that the Heat made it in this year. That they made it last year. Yeah. Nobody saw that.
Everybody but Maurice was surprised they made it this year.
Yeah, nobody. Nobody thought. And nobody thought they were going to go to the finals.
And Shelby, he tried to Laker hate this week. Maurice, because he tried. Because his team lost to my team, he gonna try to be a Laker hater. Dude, like we just said, nobody expected your team to make it. So stop acting like y'all some kind of perennial winner, okay? You can't stay in the same class with my Lakers, Maurice.
Please, here we go. We're gonna talk about the Lakers next. Let's talk to the Revanite Nation. JD Woods, I feel like Spoelstra is on hot coals. Absolutely. He has to be on the hot seat. If it's not now, it will be next year. Alexis Hill checking in. That's why the coach is gone. They should have beaten the Nuggets, especially without Murray.
Yeah.
Vincent Woodruff, the Heatles. Good one, Red.
Yeah.
I cannot. What else we got? Andre Fan saying we're having network issues. Let me know if everything's okay. Maurice Thor, our coach is going nowhere. We got to rest and retool.
Dude, you got to rebuild. Rebuild. It's over with. You trying to go after Kawhi next season? If he don't come there, it's over with. You got a broke down Victor Oladipo. Jimmy Butler is older and older. He ain't got but 2 years left. Over with Maurice. Rebuild.
Okay. Vincent Woodruff says it may be a time for a Miami reboot. Red's head would explode if Klein goes back to South Beach. Yes, he would.
Let him go. Yes, he can go. We'll get somebody else.
Maurice Thrower, don't mind me. I'm driving home from Orlando right now. I hope you're not driving and typing.
I hope not coming from Disney World.
Listen, Vincent Woodruff, Southern Cal has more popularity than the Clippers. Absolutely.
Of course.
They not even the like redhead stepchild. They are like that third cousin or something. The Clippers and Mavs series have a lot to do with why the road team has won a lot.
Yeah, remember that stat you gave? That's why, because in that particular series alone, no home team has won.
No home team won. And you're like, I don't understand that. Old man Braun only cares about himself and his state and his stats. The media puts the narrative that everyone wants to play with or should want to play with him. That's a good point.
No comment.
But I think whatever. LA will always be Laker town, regardless if they win a chip. That's true.
Clippers ain't winning the chip. Let's get that through everybody's thick skull. The Clippers are never winning a chip.
It is possible. They are still playing, and the Lakers aren't. So let's just remember that. The Hawks will give the Sixers all they can handle. I sure hope so. Uh-oh. We have a prognosticator. No Joel Embiid and Hawks in 6.
I agree.
Wait, here we go. Here we go, Vincent Woodruff. Red is prognosticating again, but that's not the word he used. Prognostic. I don't know what it was.
That's the word I was trying to say though.
It was a combination of about 4 words, and we still have no idea what he meant. The Hawks have a golden opportunity to win this series. Maurice, I completely agree with you. Wait, we got some more Hawks fans on the Hawks have a chance because of the Ben Simmons factor with his non-shooting behind.
Yeah, and we want to use another word for behind, but family show.
Well, that and the fact that he dates a Kardashian. So we know what they do.
Yeah.
They don't have a good track record. They don't have a good track record. Tristan Thompson lost. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not saying anything. I'm just telling you that they don't have a very good track record. Anyway, Uncle Nate will have a plan. Now the Hawks have to execute. I like the way you think, Vincent. Can you talk about Trey letting the ball roll up Yes. Letting the ball roll up the court in late game situations. Don't understand why we do that. Trey, if you don't pick up that doggone ball, I really want to snatch him up like his mama and be like, pick up that ball, bruh. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Hunter needs some of those Magic City wings when they go on the road. Ziploc bag them and stay inspired.
Hey, that's true.
I'm wondering, can we, as a Revenite Nation, I'm just asking a question here, y'all. What if we ordered a the lemon pepper wing platter and have it shipped to him? Because we know Lemon Pepper Lou needs his wings. I don't know if we can do that. Maybe we'll take up a collection. I do not know.
But Hannah, we need you on the road now, baby. Vincent is right. You show up at home, but when you get to the road, like I say, you missing in action. So gonna need you on the road, buddy, if you plan to be a part of this thing going forward. I like him though, Shelby. It's like Hunter turned into a baby Kawhi. What you think? Is he gonna be the next Kawhi Leonard? DeAndre Hunter?
No, let's not go that far. How about we see if he shows up this series consistently? Yeah. Then we'll put a name on it. Let's be consistent first.
Good point.
The Hawks will probably get more spit and popcorn in Philly. Again, this is Philly. Those are the fans that boo Santa Claus. They have no chill. That's true. They did boo Santa Claus. Who boos Santa Claus? Chris Traylor, Nets in 7. I say Philly in 7 if Embiid is somewhat effective. Well, I hope that he's not. He got a torn meniscus. Although
if that series goes 7 games, I think I'm gonna take the Hawks because that means we would have been in it all the way. If it goes 7 games, I'm taking the Hawks.
We'll see. Okay, Black History moment. When have we ever had 2 Black coaches opposite each other in the NBA playoffs? Good stuff. That is a good Black History moment. Thank you, Vincent. Oh, and Vincent again. Vincent, you go positive, and then here we go. KD needs a BDB hair transplant. He's a multi-millionaire on air, and his hair looking like that. Yeah, you're right.
I agree. That's ridiculous, dude. You can afford to have your hair looking better than it. Dude, it's just like a lot of buckshots up there, dude. I mean, brush your hair, man. Brush your hair.
Moving on. Alexis Hill says Nets in 7, too much offense, and James Harden will do well. Yeah, we'll see. Here goes Vincent Woodruff again. The flat earther will have a head case situation this series. Harden, Mitchell, KD don't pack their defense when they come to play. Let's see. What are we talking about now? Vincent, let's go Bucks. Make Kareem proud. Thomas Holcomb, don't have to worry about Doc yelling at him. I guess he's talking about his son playing for another. Yeah, that's kind of rough when your dad is yelling at you. Alexis Hill says, I think Denver will win in 7. Jokic is too much.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one.
Denver Phoenix series will be fire. I agree with Red. This could be your Western Conference Finals representative. Oh, look, he agreed with you. That's cute.
He always agree with me.
Let's not go crazy. Not always.
Only
here's
when
a
he's
good.
trying to impress you.
Oh, whatever. Vincent, ESPN will focus on LA as long as they're in it. Once the Clippers lose, white noise. Nothing to talk about but the Eastern Conference teams. Very
Don't
good.
worry. My Hawks gonna give him something to talk about.
Chris Trailer in his Chuck voice. The Phoenix Suns. Hamburger, cheeseburger, hot wings, but the Suns lose this series in 5. Y'all Revenite Nation has spoken. They would want Brooklyn, the Sixers, Clippers, and maybe Phoenix in the finals based on market size and star power. That's true. Judy Birdsong, hey cousin, enjoying the show. Hawks all the way.
How you doing, Auntie?
Somebody finally showing Red some love. The Polk High School football team has a better fan base than the Clippers.
Yep.
Y'all are going in on the Clippers.
They deserve it.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm rooting for an entertainment section of the show. Red can help Shelby drop those Kardashian nuggets on us. Listen, I'm just reporting. Red is TMZ. I think we know the Kardashian curse. I don't have to talk about it.
Well, look,
I'm for it, Shelby. Let's do it. Go. What?
That's the one family I don't report on. I could care less about the Kardashians. Never have been a fan. Never will be a fan. Whoever they dating, whatever athlete they currently dating or sleeping with or whatever, that's them. Don't care. Kardashians are off my radar.
There's a curse. Kind of like the Kennedy curse. There's a curse. Okay, Vincent Woodruff. I'm for it, Shelby. Let's do a GoFundMe for about 10 Magic City wing platters to send on the road. That's all I'm saying. Lemon Pepper Lou would appreciate it. And what else we got? Wouldn't it be something to see the Hawks and the Mavs in the finals, especially with the draft day trade of Trey and Luka? Now that would be must-see TV, Andre.
That's the finals I'm waiting on right there. Now, Mavs got to get past Utah, Andre. If the Mavs can get past Utah and make it to the Western Conference Finals, now I'm thinking. Now I'm lit watching them.
Lance is willing to volunteer to pick up the wings from Magic City for the culture. You are a giver, Lance. A true humanitarian. I also blame Katie's mama for his hair. It starts with mama since his Texas days.
Don't comment, Vincent. You're on your own with that one. I ain't messing with old Wanda Pratt.
She look like she could fight.
Yeah. You're on your own with that one.
We're going to talk about something that I know it's going to make me happy. I don't know about y'all, but it's definitely going to make me happy. We're going to talk about where exactly do the Lakers go now? I mean, you just lost. You lost badly in the first round. What do you do now? Red has made a lot, in case y'all don't follow Red on Facebook, he's made a lot of, let's just say, appeals to other stars to come to LA. Well, that's a nice way of saying it. He's basically begging anybody to come to LA to play with the Lakers. Red, this is your section. I don't know about y'all, but I loved it that the Lakers lost. Like, there were tears of joy. It was like a Christmas miracle because nobody wants to see the same people win every time. So, Red, what do your Lakers do now?
Well, first of all, yeah, Lakers could win every year unless the Hawks are in the finals. Then, I cheer for the Hawks. But I've been waiting for over 20 years to see them meet together in the finals, and I haven't yet. So that dream will probably never come to fruition. I mean, whenever one team is doing good, the other one gonna mess up. Like I told you, I should have known that the Lakers were gonna get once the Hawks made it past the Knicks, that's sealed doom for the Lakers, really. But where do we go, Shelby? Like I said on my page, Lakers have got to get some help in the backcourt. You got to get an all-star in your backcourt. You're too top-heavy in your front court. You got AD, you got LeBron in your front court. LeBron is an aging superstar. Anthony Davis is an injury-prone superstar. You don't even have a star in your backcourt, much less an all-star. You don't even have a star player in your backcourt. Alex Caruso, fine. He got better because of LeBron, but he ain't no star. Dennis Schroeder, my thoughts of him, I think everybody already know that. You got KCP, you got THT, the young guy. Look, we have got to get some veteran all-star positioning in our backcourt. That's just the bottom line. So the Lakers are going to have to, once again, put together a package of draft picks and players under contract, maybe try to get together with another team. Probably going to have to be a 3-team trade, but we have got to see where does Bradley Beal, Steph Curry, or Dame Lillard stand in their potential situation. Because Lakers got to make a move. You got to get one of these guys in our backcourt. You got to get LeBron and AD some backcourt help going forward. Well, I'm here to tell you, Shelby, what happened this year with my Lakers is going to happen next year and the year after. The Lakers are not going to win any more championships depending on just LeBron and an injury-prone AD. You need a big three. You got two, you need one more. And that's
you have one
where
and a half. You have one and a half.
Yeah.
You can't really count. You can't really count Anthony Davis because he always hurt.
Exactly, because you never know what he's gonna give you because he's so hurt all the time. So, but like I said, we gotta get somebody in that backcourt. Bradley Beal, to me personally, would probably be the easiest move to make. Dame Lillard would probably be the toughest move to make. Steph Curry, he flows right in the middle because he's gonna be a free agent soon. So that's the move to make. I know that's where we're going now. What exactly? How we gonna do it? I have no idea at this point, but that is the move. I know LeBron. I know he's not no dummy, so he has to see what I'm seeing. That he has got to get an all-star in his backcourt. I mean, bottom line, I don't know what guards you're gonna go after, but you got to get an all-star in your backcourt, LeBron. The Lakers have got to make another move for another guy, and we got to come in the next season with the big three instead of just a big two.
Let me ask you a question. Last season, with the bubble, ended in October. They started the next season in December. Was that too close together? Because you really didn't have the true off season for them to get healthy. They went from playing in the finals, and 6 weeks later was the start of the season. I think that was a little too close. What are your thoughts on that?
I agree. It wasn't a traditional offseason. And like I say, when you got an aging superstar in LeBron, who's probably needs his entire offseason to heal up, especially coming off the championship run we went in the bubble. I agree, it probably took a toll because the ankle injury kept him out longer than he probably anticipated himself. Anthony Davis, it's hard to say that the short layoff got him hurt because he's hurt when you have a full off season. He's hurt when you have a short off season. He's hurt when you play 60 games, 70 games, 82 games. He probably be hurt in the NBA tournament season. So I don't know what they talking about this mid-season tournament. Why? So players like Anthony Davis can have even more reasons to get hurt. So, but I definitely agree that not just the Lakers, Shelby. I think injuries across the league have been prevalent because of the short offseason. So, yeah, I think definitely looking back, that probably was a mistake. They probably should have waited to start the season mid-January, probably Martin Luther King holiday weekend, which is when I heard a lot of NBA players wanted to start the season. Yeah, but you know, the NBA, they didn't want to lose that Christmas Day money. That was the main issue right there. They did not want to lose that Christmas Day money. And that was the key of starting the season on quote unquote December 22nd. Who started the season on December 22nd?
Right. So let's see what the comments, because the comments have been coming fast and furious. And I don't know if you saw, Marie said, when I said, where do the Lakers go from here? Into the toilet.
You talking about the
one
Lakers?
got me going. Yeah, the Lakers. That's what the question was.
Well, if we're going to be in the toilet, trust me, we're going to meet his heat right down there.
That's true. I mean, the heat, no offense, Maurice, but I mean, it's the heat. The Lakers are about to go to Acapulco. Acapulco? What? Charter jet. They are on vacation. They should have already left. Go ahead and leave. Me and my bank account are thankful for the Suns and the Nuggets.
But what about the Heat? I thought that was your team. Ah!
Listen, let's make money. Let's not lose money. Only way I go to LA is if old man Braun is gone. If I'm a player, it's all about him too much. Interesting take, Andre.
He'll be gone soon, Andre.
Yeah. I wish the Lakers would have won and gone a lot deeper in the playoffs, at least the conference finals. Alexis, that is just you and Red on that. Nobody else wants to see them. Let's see what we got. I hate LeBron lost in the first round. Again, you are the only.
All right, enough LeBron slurping.
The NBA season ending and start was a money thing. They had TV contracts and venues to deal with. Last year was an anomaly. Never mind. Things will be back on schedule for the next season. Injuries were rampant with short off season. But hey, Mr. Glass gets hurt no matter what, even if the season started in the spring.
Yeah. I agree.
Wait, hold on. This one. Dennis Schroeder was missing his buddy, Dwight Howard.
Hopefully they can reunite next season because he won't be around next season.
No, he won't be a Laker next year. He definitely won't be a Laker. There's no way the Lakers are getting Dame or Steph. They are locked into their teams.
Steph is about to be a free agent, Chris.
That means he's not going to resign.
Huh?
Anthony Davis has an injury list longer than an NFL running back with 10 years under him. That is a true statement. All right. Chris is trying to tell you that Steph is locked in, but Dame's getting tired of losing in the first round. That's a good point.
We're not sure Steph is locked in. Dame should be tired of losing in the first round. Steph, we don't know what his thoughts are, but we do know he'll have an opportunity to leave in a year.
We'll see. It'll be an interesting offseason to see what happens with contracts and movement and coaches, because at this point, nobody is safe, because this season wasn't an anomaly. I mean, it did start in December, but the teams that we're used to seeing winning lost. Yeah. And these lower market teams are winning. And so NBA is not going to like that. So I believe there'll be some changes. I think there'll definitely be some changes. So this came up when we talked about it. We talk about what we're going to talk about in the show. And this came up because of what happened with Naomi Osaka. And we're talking about athletes and the media. Does it affect their mental health? In case you lived under a rock, Naomi Osaka decided to withdraw from the French Open, just completely say, I'm done, because she didn't want to do press conferences afterwards. And the question is, what does that say about the media? What does that say about our mental health? I don't know about you all, but I know that when I watch press conferences, they're ridiculous. They ask multiple people ask the same question. Well, when you took that three-point shot and you were up by 12, what were you thinking? What was I thinking? I want to go up by 15. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. They ask coaches ridiculous questions. Why did you take them out? They had 5 fouls, is why I took them out. I mean, some of it is common sense, but to sit, especially in tennis, because you're the only person sitting there, to have them ask you question after question after question can be harmful to your mental health, especially when you've just lost. What does that say about the media? Do there need to be changes? Does there need to be a time? Everybody get 5 minutes, or do you only get 3 questions? What can we do to help our stars and our athletes avoid this media crunch? Go ahead, Red.
I agree, Shelby. Like I say, and I guess this is something I've been thinking about for years because I never understood why athletes feel they're obligated to tell media personalities certain things about themselves, about their thoughts, about their feelings. I mean, if you just want to share something, fine, but to feel that you're obligated, and then they come up with these idiotic answers sometimes to make me realize, like, dude, you've just been better off saying no comment or just shut up, you know? And like you say, the media, we know what their job is. The media's job is to create a story, preferably a negative story. We all
Right.
know people get off on negativity. Positive is so boring. Case in point, who's the one team that we said we didn't want to see in the NBA Finals? Who's the one team that we all know will put us to sleep? But they're probably the most positively coached team, fundamentally wise, in the NBA. But boring is not fun. Negative is fun. Losses, getting in people's head, mental breakdowns, emotional moments. They're what stirs the straw. And that's what the media always, that's what they pushing for, Shelby. If you ask me what the media's intention is, every press conference, they would love to have a meltdown, an emotional moment, or some type of wild scene, wild accusation, your laugh out loud moment, or some moment where an athlete is chastised or putting the blame, something they could use to bring negativity to a team and their atmospheric surroundings. Every press conference, if you ask me, that's what their goal is. No matter who they're talking to, if it's an athlete that's liked, if it's an athlete that's not liked, it doesn't matter. Win or lose, they're searching for something negative. They're searching for something they could use to hold over your head, to throw in your face. And the Samuel Soccer, I applaud you. I applaud you for recognizing what the media is about, what their intentions are. She said it herself. She said, I'm not going to sit there and let you just dwell on and on about the negative things that happen in sports. That's all they focus on is the negativity. I mean, fine. If you got to ask certain questions, but like you say, they keep asking the same questions over and over again. Want me to discuss my feelings, my thoughts, my emotions over and over again. Dude, this is my job. Ask me about the game. Ask me about the sport. Don't worry how I'm feeling. Don't worry what I'm thinking. Ask me what you have to ask me so I can move on. We can all go about our lives. I applaud Naomi Osaka. I wish more athletes would take her stand. You don't have to talk to them. You tell them what you want to tell them. No comment is fine. No comment is fine to say. We won't look, Shelby, look, when the game is over with, I could care less about press conference. If none of these athletes do press conferences, if we never heard any questions asked or answered, I will be fine, especially when my team won. You know how high on cloud nine I be when my team won. I go straight to Facebook. I don't need to stare at no press conference. We can have a press conference on my page. So I don't need the press conferences. Once the game is over with, I'm good. I can pop in a movie. I don't need the additional aftermath and whatnot. But like you say, it's entertainment. It's good for television. We all know what the goal is.
Yeah, I think it's just, I agree. It's just invasive and it seems, it's just redundant. It's over and over and over, and they keep asking and they don't want to let you go. And oh, I have one more question, and oh, about this, and oh, about that.
Always one more question.
There's always one more question. And we all laughed when Marshawn Lynch was like, I'm just here so I don't get fined. And we, as much as we laughed about that, that was the correct response. And I wish more people would do it and just say, I'm here so I don't get fined. I'm not telling you anything. I'm done.
The moment, I'm gonna give you a moment where the media loved it. A meltdown. What's the one moment they play over and over again for this superstar NBA athlete? I give you a hint. He played with the Sixers. It was his one media moment that we'll never forget. Allen Iverson.
Oh, yeah.
Practice.
He was talking about practice. Practice.
Yeah. I mean, you know they love that moment right there. They wanted that to happen. They loved him melting down. They play that, whenever we can. Matter of fact, I'm sure you've seen on Sports Center where they have a top 10 like meltdown moments in the media. I think the guy that used to coach the Saints, Jim Mora, he has about 2 or 3 moments on there. The playoffs, and 2 or 3 more moments he melted down after Saints games. Just like say, what's the guy? Dennis Green. When he melted down.
Dennis Green.
The Bears are
They
who we
are
thought
who we
they
think
were.
they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we all know the media's intention. This is what they want. If you could have a meltdown after every playoff game, every big game in sports, that's what ESPN is there for. That's what they have Sports Center for. They are waiting on these moments so they can play them over and over again, and then we can discuss them on the debate shows over and over again. You call the athlete, ask them over and over again, do you regret that moment? What were you thinking? Are you fine now? It's just like you say, a redundant cycle over and over again. And I applaud Naomi Osaka for being intelligent and recognizing exactly what the media's goals are. And she said, no, I'm not going to be a part of it. You either come at me with some intelligence, ask me some intelligent questions, or I'm not going to respond. Simple. Respect, Naomi Osaka.
Yeah.
Respect.
I agree with her 100%. And she already lost money for not going. And she said, if you're going to make me go, I'll just withdraw. And let's be clear, tennis needs Naomi Osaka, just like golf and Tiger Woods. Nobody's watching tennis.
Right. I love it.
Nobody's
I don't
watching
even think
tennis.
I'd be watching without her.
I'm not watching tennis without her. Just like when
we got Coco.
Andre Agassi.
We still got Coco.
We have Coco and we have Sloane. I'll watch them, but anybody else, I'm not watching. Nope. So you need Naomi Osaka, especially because she wins. And I know Coco and Sloane are coming up, and I'll watch them, but let's be clear, they're not Naomi Osaka.
No.
Tennis needs them. You need to fix it.
You got to dominate and win some championships to be on her level.
Yeah. Lance, instead of being there so you won't get fined, you're better off just not being there. They ask the dumbest crap and are very invasive. Absolutely. Vincent Woodruff had a really good comment. A lot of these jokers need to go back to mass communication journalism school. Some of them are ridiculous. Osaka has always been a nervous Nancy. More power to her, but the media isn't going anywhere. I wish her well. When answering questions, the athlete should just keep it simple. Keep it moving.
Yes, exactly.
Some of the athletes tell too much, and the media will fly with one little nugget.
That's all, just a little bit. That's all it takes. They just want a little something.
It's all it takes. It's all it takes. Vincent had another comment. Also, those journalists want to get that aha moment, the one you're just talking about, so that they can get credit, all of the clicks, especially in today's social media atmosphere.
Yeah. Everybody want to be a celebrity.
Yeah.
You know what, Shelby, though? I think, but it's these debates. I think a lot of this goes down to these debate shows and the around the horns, the pardon the interruptions. I think the media has gotten worse because of these shows. Because now they know, well, if I'm a big story, if something happened, I'll be a guest on all of the debate shows the next day. So not only will my story get headlines, my brand will rise. You see, everybody wants to be a celebrity these days.
That's true. Thomas Holcomb, unfortunately, dealing with the press is part of the game. More often than not, it's part of their contract. Vincent Woodruff. Let's see what he says. That's why I love Beast Mode. He gave them absolutely nothing. I'm about the game, boss. This was an interesting comment. They're mad she was vocal about social issues last summer, and she was. All of her masks included someone who had been killed by the police. And somebody asked her, why are you wearing that? What does that mean to you? And she turned it on him and said, well, what does it mean to you? So I completely agree with Curtis. I think it's more about the fact that she used her platform for social justice and people did not appreciate that. So tennis is more of a white sport.
And
And we don't really play that.
and this is how they get their revenge on her.
Red would talk to the reporter from Fargo, Wisconsin, just happy someone is asking him a question.
Hey,
Shots
buddy,
being fired.
I don't mind media. I know how to handle the media. Okay, bring it on. I'll put them jokers in their place. Hey, the media will hate me because I know how to deal with them. Well, actually, I take it back, Shelby. They might love me because, like I say, I know how to deal with them. I might give them something some days. Some days I might not give them nothing. Some days I might just play mind games with them. The point is, I know how to deal with them jokers.
I don't
You
know
don't have
when
to
you were.
comment, Shelby.
No, I'm just saying I don't know when you were invited to a press conference. Maybe it was when you were shooting foul shots with Kobe. I don't know.
I don't
Vincent
know why I
Woodruff
set
agreed
myself
with
up for that.
you did. Yeah. I just laid it up. Vincent Woodruff, true that, Kurt. She spoke up for Black Lives Matter and other issues going on, so they ramped up to take swipes
Yeah.
at her.
That's what that's a lot to do with it right there.
It is. And Alexis is right. Controversy sells. That is. Andre Fanning, the media ask all personal questions so they can be quasi-psychoanalysts when the sports story goes dry. Then they become experts on sports and mental analysis. Very good comment. Very good comment. Vincent Woodruff, I've also noticed that we have backed her up, but her native country hasn't. And that's another issue. She's not American. She's Japanese and Haitian. I know there were so many.
She was a black woman last year.
She is. She's Haitian. Her dad is Haitian.
Okay, yeah, you're right. My bad. Yeah.
Yeah, her dad is Haitian and her mother is Japanese. And I know there was a big stink about her not playing or competing for the U.S. in the Olympics. I'm like, is she a citizen? Everybody who's good does not belong to USA. Let's stop that. I don't even think that she's an American citizen. She's Haitian and Japanese. And last time I looked, Haiti did not have an Olympic team. Bless their hearts. I don't think they do. They might. Sloane Stevens, but she is quiet. She's very, very quiet. I need her to be a little bit.
I forgot she was around. She don't say nothing.
I did. You never hear anything about her, good or bad. And
even Coco talked for her young 15-year-old self, but she run her mouth more than anybody.
She does. And Coco is very well spoken. I can tell that her mom and her dad have prepared her for this moment. Yeah. And I love that. And they are there. I love the fact that her parents are there. Her mom and her dad are there supporting her. And it appears that they coached her for this moment. It doesn't look like the moment is too big for her.
Yeah.
Vincent Woodruff Vincent Woodruff agrees with Lance. Japan can go suck it. Okay. They'll swoon on their Masters champ for the first time. For the time being. Osaka, not too much. Now, this one, Red, I think you're going to like because it goes back to our Kwame Brown love fest. Kwame Brown's situation is all you need to know about the media, period.
There you go. I agree. The brother played 13 years in the NBA, and you would think he's one of the sorriest people that ever came out of Georgia high school sports. The guy played 13 years in the NBA. If he was the 21st pick in the NBA, would anybody be saying anything about what a bust he was? No. 13 years in the NBA, got plenty of money, taking care of his family, no drugs, no legal issues, don't even have
no scandals.
Drama. Kwame Brown, if you a bust dude, you're winning to me. Good. Yeah. Much respect, buddy.
And Curtis Roberts, our last comment on this, is that's where a lot of the criticism comes from. I think it was her Black Lives Matter moments and her wearing the mask, and that's where the criticism comes from. Because you are bucking the system.
If Maria Sharapova just made that decision, I doubt she'd be getting the backlash.
Right. And I don't understand why she makes so much money. She's never won anything. But that's another conversation for another day.
We know why that is.
Right. I'm not going to get into why people make money for doing absolutely nothing. We could do a whole show on that. So our last topic of the day is something that is just funny. Julio Jones and Aaron Rodgers. What is really going on? I don't know. Actually, Brett probably does know. So, if you've been following the Aaron Rodgers saga, last week he shows up in Disneyland with a man bun. And I said, wow, that is the epitome of I don't care. and it was a big man. I mean, it was a man bun. And he looked like he was having a good time. Clearly not a care in the world. I know he lost about $500,000 because he didn't show up for OTAs, but they're voluntary. But he had a clause in his contract. He was going to get $500,000 just to show up. I would have shown up, got my money, and pretended I was hurt, but he didn't. He was in Disneyland with his man bun. And it was odd. It was odd. When it came across
this was all about Shailene, okay?
I understand, but when it came across my news feed, and it said Aaron Rodgers rocking man bun, and I was like, no. And I went and looked at the picture, and if you haven't seen the picture, please Google this, because that is the epitome of I don't have a job and I'm just living my life. Okay, so is he going to play this season? I don't know. Red?
Not if Shailene have her choice, he probably won't. He'll probably be all on her movie sets 24/7.
Why it's gotta be Shailene? Why it's gotta be Shailene's fault?
Who is he Who was he hanging out with this week, Shelby? Her and all her movie star friends, Miles Teller wife. They taking pictures all at the beach or wherever they was. Aaron Rodgers ain't thinking about no Packers. He's thinking more about his upcoming Jeopardy job or his next stint hosting Jeopardy. Boy, he's thinking about what the Packers doing this offseason. Look, when training camp time get here, I'm sure he'll make a decision. But until he has to make a decision, Aaron Rodgers and he's telling the Packers pretty much, go kick rocks. I ain't thinking about y'all. I got a life, okay? I'm hanging out with my boo. I'm going to be with my boo until my boo tell me that I need to go to work. And until my boo tell me I need to go to work, I'll be with my boo from here into the end of time. And no $500,000 or none of that money that they taking from him. You think that cares? You think he cares? Aaron Rodgers got millions of dollars, okay? He is set for life. He ain't got no kids. It's all him, his dog, his trucks, and his girlfriend, okay? And his home. He don't even have no relationship with his family. He don't talk to his mom, talk to his dad, talk to his brother. It is all him, okay? When he decides what he want to do, we'll find out. But for right now, he ain't thinking about the Packers. He is on vacation. He knows the Packers ain't nothing without him, okay? He is the Packers, okay? And until it's proven otherwise, he will do what he wants to do until he can't do it no more. And that's how that situation gonna work out. If Green,
I want to go back. Revenite Nation, I don't know if y'all heard it. I heard it. Who is Miles Teller? Can somebody please tell me who is Miles Teller?
He's an actor, Shelby. He starred in Whiplash. He has some other big time roles. Whiplash. J.K. Simmons won an Academy Award for his performance in Whiplash. I don't feel like Googling no more of his movies right now, but he's an up and coming actor. And he just got a big. Oh, matter of fact, he's in a new Top Gun movie with Tom Cruise. You don't know him. He's one of the up and coming. He's one of the up and coming Euro men, Shelby. He's not Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks or one of the household names yet.
I had no idea. He's clearly living his best life, and I can't be mad at him because he doesn't want to go to work. I mean, some days I don't want to go to work, but he's living his best life. Now, the Julio Jones situation is interesting because I think we all thought that by this week in this show that Julio was no longer going to be a Falcon, but he's still a Falcon, and no moves have been made as of 12:31 p.m. what is taking so long? Like, I hear that they have multiple offers. What's taking so long? Let's go. We got to sign our draft picks. What's taking so long, Red? What's taking so long?
What's taking so long is that they full of crap. That's what's taking so long. They don't have no multiple offers. They don't even have a first round pick offer, because if they did, they would already made a move by now. Why would you not move on the first round pick if you have it on the table when there's no guarantee you're going to get another first round offer from another team? So if they had a first round pick on the table right now, they would have been moved on it. Falcons don't have no first round pick offers. I'm surprised they have any legitimately, there we go with my words again. If they have any realistic offers that are worthy of them accepting right now. Bottom line, I wouldn't be surprised if the Falcons gonna have to just eat their money and have to go to Julio and ask him to restructure, keep him, and come up with some other way to sign a draft piece, because the Julio trade market, it is very low right now. And when I say low, I mean completely silent. I mean, you can hear a pin drop on how loud the Julio trade market is right now. The guy is too old. He makes too much money. He has too much mileage on his tires, and teams just aren't gonna give up a lot of value. They're not gonna give up anything valuable for a guy who's number one coming over to a team with you really don't have any guarantees of his health. And then on top of it all, this is the killer, Shelby. He wants a new deal. Dude, you're already on the contract for $15 million. You want me to give up assets to bring you over and then sign you long term so I can screw up my salary cap, just like the team that you own now has screwed up their salary cap? Yeah. Julio, dude, for once in your life, I can't believe I'm telling you this, but shut your mouth. You did good keeping your mouth shut for years and years. Now you're running off at the mouth and you're saying stuff that don't make no sense, and you're really killing your own trade value. Okay, shut it up.
Yeah,
and let the people in the front office do this deal. Now I'm sure Falcon fans like myself would love it if they can't. Oops, sorry, talking about Julio. My phone got a mind of its own, but I'm sure some Falcon fans, including myself, would love it if we can just keep Julio for one more year, pair with Kyle Pitts. Oh, you don't want to, Shell? You don't want to keep Julio for one more year?
If we can restructure his contract.
Yeah, that was saying. If we can make it work where we can get our draft pick signed and keep him for one more year.
Well, yeah, then keep him. But if you can't, let him go. We'll see.
But yeah,
it'll be interesting.
Him asking for a new deal is messing up his own trade value.
Maybe next week. Maybe that'll be next week's breaking.
Yeah, Rev said it would be the last show last week with Julio the Falcon. Yeah. And here we go, another show, and he's still on the team.
We're still here. We're still here.
Julio, if you're still on the team next year, man, next week.
I mean, he's not busy. He can come on the show. Does anybody know him? I don't. Anyway, Thomas Holcomb. Rogers thinks he's Jason Momoa. He doesn't think he's Jason Momoa. I can tell him. He is not Aquaman. Okay? Let's make that clear.
That picture
Kelly, if you're still here, he's definitely not Aquaman. He blended right in with that man bun in Orange County. He does look very Orange County. It really didn't look Wisconsin. It definitely looked Orange County. I agree with you, Lance, on that one. What else we got? The Jeopardy checks made up for what he lost from skipping camp. Why doesn't he just go be the Jeopardy host? He was very good. I enjoyed him being the Jeopardy host. I don't know if anybody else did.
Can somebody replace Drew Carey on The Price is Right?
And we're moving forward. Aaron can hang that Jeopardy job up. LeVar Burton should have that locked up. It's a good point. Mr. Man Bun need to head back to the frozen tundra and continue to be mad. You ain't going nowhere, Buster. And that's
LeVar Burton.
LeVar Burton, yes. Julio is talking crazy because he's punch drunk from all the rear end whoopings he's taken from all them years with the sorry Falcons. That's not good. But yeah, he is crazy if he thinks that is going to happen. Thomas Holcomb, and that's on the discount double check. Thank you. Thank you, Thomas Holcomb. Once again, coming with all the jokes. See, Red needs to head up the TMZ entertainment segment. I agree, because did anybody else know who Miles Teller was? I know, I did.
They'll know after Top Gun come out next year.
Curtis Roberts says his contract is the holdup, which is what you alluded to, Red. Lance, no one is going to give up a first round for Quintoris. That is what it's taken so long.
They said they already had one on the table. I told you they were lying.
Yeah. I don't think it's the draft pick. It's the contract. No one wants to take on that contract.
And no one wants to give them a new contract either.
It's a big contract. It's a big contract. Julio restructured his contract a couple times, then had to endure idiot coaches blowing Super Bowl win opportunities. One where he could have been the MVP. Anyone mad at Julio wanting to leave and win can kick rocks. The man has sacrificed enough for these clowns. I want him to go. He can head on out the door.
I want him to stay.
I know you're on. Yeah, I'm done. Falcons waiting on their stimmy check to clear. They don't know what they want to do. Julio may not be going anywhere. Ouch.
I would be happy.
I don't think it's going to happen either. If it hasn't happened already, I mean, I know it's just June 5th, but it's June 5th. People are signing. People are making moves. We're already in OTAs. Moves need to be made. It's simple.
Yeah.
That Mark Ryan got to give the money up so we can sign the draft picks and keep Julio. Well, he just restructured. Maybe we can restructure again.
I agree. We can't talk about Matt Ryan this time because he did restructure.
Restructured. Y'all should call Julio like Shannon Sharp did. If we had his number, if anybody can find the number,
he would have been our third co-host today on the show.
We would call. No, because his language is worse than yours. His English skills. Nah, Drew Carey is cool. He had us laughing when we went to a taping. So Lance has been to The Price is Right. He says Drew Carey is cool.
Lance just like disagreeing with me. That's all it is.
And that may be true as well. He does a very good job at it. Anthony Corey. Did you see the Bleacher Report where he says he wants a big arm QB who can deliver the deep ball? I did not see that.
No, I didn't. But I sure will be looking for it.
We'll be looking for it.
Definitely. And I will definitely post that on my page.
Yeah, we know you will. He's leaving while burning bridges. Absolutely. He's definitely
Matt Ryan ain't no bridge to burn. He's just telling the truth.
No, but I mean, when you leave a team, you got to leave right. You got to leave right.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's what all of our parents have told us. You got to leave right, even when you leave a job. You know, leave right, because you never know where you got to go back to. Sorry, not good enough. Matt still got paid more than he was worth. And Vincent, do you have a number? Julio 7779311. I'm not with you today.
Let somebody else dial that one. I'm scared. I don't want nobody getting our phone number for that.
We're not.
I'm surprised Shelby. I'm surprised he didn't do 555 like in Hollywood.
Oh no, we're not calling 7. I was wrong. This is our last segment. This is probably only going to take a few minutes because it is the funniest part. Who's having the worst week? Revenite Nation. Who's having the worst week? Lloyd Pierce or the Pacers? I think it's Lloyd Pierce because Nate took a team who was in 11th, got him to 5th, got him into the playoffs, and they won the first round against the Knicks. I think it's Lloyd Pierce. Red, what do you say?
Shelby, you love asking rhetorical questions, don't you?
I'm just saying.
I'll tell you this. It ain't the Pacers. It's got to be Lloyd. Lord Pierce, and I don't know if too many people know this, and I'm surprised I didn't focus a lot on this on my page, but it was so much going on. Lord Pierce was giving out tips on how to stop Trae Young before the Knicks series even started. Somebody called him. They were asking him for tips on how to stop Trae Young. But whatever tip he gave the Knicks, obviously they didn't
It didn't
either
work.
listen to him or huh?
It didn't work because
Yeah,
Trae made the same shot every time. Every time he went
yeah.
to the lane, he made the exact same shot. And I'm like, so y'all ain't gonna stop that? Like if my mama can see y'all making the same shot, I know y'all can see it.
Exactly. And of course, it didn't work because it came from Lloyd Pierce. And nothing he's done since he became a member of the Hawks have worked. His coaching style didn't work. His relationship with John Collins didn't work. His relationship with Trae Young didn't work. His relationship with Cam Reddish, who on the end of our bench, that didn't even work. Dude, you can't get along with the stars, the role players, or even the rookie players. So none of your coaching style worked, okay? And whatever you were doing this season, that definitely didn't work. Your idea for a team meeting early in the season, that didn't work because we went out and lost the next 2 games after the team meeting. So that did not work, Lord. None of your moves worked. The only thing that did work is when we got you up out of here so we could go on a run and make the playoffs, okay? We go from 11 seed almost in the NBA lottery to possibly almost in the NBA Eastern Conference Final. So, sorry, Lord, you got to be having the worst week, dude. I don't even know what your wife is saying right now, dude. Looking at the team you coach, that team is in the playoffs. Yeah, I know, I'm getting a little personal. But, hey, he talking about my player. He trying to give tips on how you stop my guy. I take that personal, okay? Because you a former coach in this team. Somebody ask you a question like that, no comment. Why would you be trying to tell the Knicks on how to stop Trae Young? Why? So it can make Uncle Nate look bad? No, buddy. You can't make Uncle Nate look bad. Not when he took the team you were coaching from 11th seed to the 4th seed. Well, it should have been the 4th seed. You know, the Knicks beat us 3-1 in the regular season, but we beat them up in the playoffs. So technically, we should have been the 4th seed. So, sorry. Lord, the Indiana coach, we all know Nate got wrongfully fired last season, and the players in Indiana did not take to the new coach, Nate Yorkin, or whatever that international last name is. And thanks Indy for letting Nate go, because boy, did that help my Hawks out a lot. So Indy fired Nate, which left Nate available to come to the Hawks, which made Nate the head coach when Lloyd was fired. So you see how all of this thing works out for everybody except for Lloyd Pierce, which nothing should work out for. And he has the nerve to say that he wants to coach the Celtics. Lloyd Pierce, the guy who couldn't win with Trae Young and John Collins and all of those role pieces Travis put around him, you think you finna go up to Boston and coach? If you could handle the pressure of the Hawks, I have no idea what you think you're going to handle with the pressure of Boston. And they already don't like black dudes up there, dude. And I doubt you're going to be the one guy to change their mind about brothers. So, Lord, do me a favor. Just stay down here and make occasional appearances on NBA TV, okay? Do yourself a favor.
Yeah.
Don't put your family through that, man. Trust me.
Please
Listen to your boy Red. Don't put your family through that.
So the comments. Anthony Corey says, "Gotta be Pierce. They got shade going when they're making him talk about it on NBA TV. It's said like you're giving the toast at your ex-wife's wedding." That is absolutely ridiculous. Then we have Lance, who said, "Pierce is a walking Pepto commercial right now. Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea."
Yeah.
I started to sing it because the song stuck.
Go
It's now
ahead.
stuck
We'll
in
give
my
you a
head.
minute. Go ahead.
I'm not because it's now stuck in my head. You could not have convinced me that we would be in the second round of the playoff 3 months ago. Completely agree with you, Curtis. There is no way. Nobody would. If you had told me 3 months ago that the Hawks would be in the second round of the playoffs, they would have sent you to a hospital because you were absolutely correct. Best tip to stopping Trae Young. Best tip to stopping Trae Young is to make Lloyd Pierce the coach. That worked. This one, let's see. He was interviewing for the next job to take Boston. Under Pierce, the Hawks were dead last in fourth quarter point differential. Under Uncle Nate, first in the NBA. That
All right.
is
Thomas, we're gonna put Lloyd Pierce on suicide watch when they come in. Suicide
just
watch.
saying.
I mean, that was the reason we were
To
losing
be
games.
fair, Curtis Roberts has a nice point. He says, to be fair, Lloyd Pierce was a first-time head coach trying to coach a team going through a rebuild. He clearly wasn't ready to be head coach.
I'm just thinking
That
about
was
all
nice.
those games. We lost at least 10 games this season, Shelby, when we had fourth quarter leads. 10-point fourth quarter leads. We lost games this season. Can you imagine what our seed would have been had Travis just had the guts to fire Lloyd before the season started?
Yeah.
I mean,
We
what
could have
was
been,
you
I
bringing
don't know
Nate?
about number one.
You bringing Nate to sit on the bench when you know you want to fire Lloyd Pierce. I mean, just fire him. What you gonna? Okay, hey Nate, sit down for a few months just in case this guy don't work out. Because if he don't work out, I'm putting you in charge. Well, duh, we knew it wasn't gonna work out. Sorry, guys.
And listen, I have to give Thomas Holcomb the last say. Pierce couldn't coach a Lamaze class. Hope y'all know what Lamaze is. But I'm going to give Thomas Holcomb the last say because that is a perfect way to end this segment. Because
oh my God.
That is the truest statement ever.
Thomas didn't even need his book for that one.
He didn't. He did not need that.
He sucked, man. Dude was a star. I don't know why Rev was defending the guy. That's what I don't understand more than anything. Why Rev was defending. And he still was defending him on his page this week. Come on, Rev. You got to get back to the show because me and Shelby got some questions for you about this defense of Lloyd.
I mean, but he is a nice guy. He appeared to be a really nice guy. I love what he did in as far as having the Hawks open the stadium, open the State Farm for us to go vote in for Fulton County residents. I thought that was an excellent idea. It wasn't being used. So what he did for the city was unparalleled. And maybe a councilman or, city councilman is a better position for him. Maybe coaching might not be the ministry. Maybe he needs to run for office. Because I would vote for him. Just not for coaching.
Me and Andre Fanning, we made a point when he was doing all that community service. Because you remember, he did a lot when the Hawks didn't make the bubble. Remember when they decided the Hawks wasn't going to make the bubble? He started doing a lot of community service stuff. He did a lot of it early before this season began. And me and Andre Fanning, the same Andre Fanning been making comments, we said, Lord, I don't think you probably saw this post on my page. We said that community stuff, I said another word, but we said that community stuff was not going to save you if the Hawks had a bad start and it was going to be time to make a change. And you saw. So we appreciate the community work, Lord. Shelby's right. You probably need to get into politics instead of coaching. But that community stuff was not going to save you when time came for a change to be made. We were trying. Tony Wrestler and Jamie said before the season, we had to make the playoffs. That was imperative. Maybe you didn't get the message, Lord. That community stuff was not going to save you from not making the playoffs. So I'm glad Tony and Jamie are happy. And anybody worried about Trey leaving the Hawks, you can forget it. Tony and Jamie already got his $200 million put up in their safe. So don't worry, Trey. Your money is secure. It's already put up. Don't know about Jared Collins' money.
We'll talk about that later. That's another subject for another day. Once again, Thomas Holcomb has to get the last word. Pierce would get his car stolen.
He definitely gonna get it stolen in Boston. Wait, no white boys in Boston get a sense of that coaching style. Boy, they gonna come after you with a ferocious, Lord. You better not say nothing stupid up there, Lord.
Yeah. So right now our last section is you have the right. Red. Who has the right to do what, when, and how?
Simple. Our Hawks. You got the right to start off the Eastern Conference semifinals with a win. Go up to Philly, show us you belong, start it off positive just like you did with the Knicks. Go on the road and get a game 1 win and show the rest of the NBA world that you are here to stay. That you're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the second round. So the Hawks, you have a right to win game 1 on Sunday.
So mine is a little bit along those lines. It's about the Hawks, but it's about the city of Atlanta. City of Atlanta, you have the right to get behind this team. This team is something special. They are here to shock the world, and we are here for it. We need something good to happen in this city. Listen,
you ain't lying. With the Hawks and Braves and the Falcons.
The Braves and the Falcons don't look good. Crime is out of control in the city. We need something to cheer about. And so, City of Atlanta, this is our something. Go and buy a Hawks shirt. Wear it around. Show that we are proud of our city and we are proud of our Hawks. And City of Atlanta, you have the right to get behind this team. Right now is the time.
The pack is back.
Yeah, we're back. Listen, we are so excited that y'all spent almost 2 hours. Red and I talked this morning. We didn't think that we were going to go 2 hours because we didn't have a lot to talk about. But once again, Revanite Nation, you make our show what it is. We love you. We will see you next week. Rep will be back. And I believe he's going to go live maybe to have a few thoughts on the Hawks. You never know. Check him out on Rev Take. And we're going to see y'all next week. This has been fun. Thanks for letting me take over. I'm looking forward to
You want to read a few of the You Have the Right takes before you go?
Yeah, I think we should. Oh, wait. Chris said you stole his You Have the Right. To be fair, it wasn't copyrighted, Chris, so it's not really.
Trust me, Shelby will tell you, if it ain't copyrighted,
if it's not copyrighted, you can steal it. Braves, you have the right to get it together. Oh, absolutely. The Dodgers are in town and we lost, 8-1? It was awful. Hawks have the right to change national narrative about Atlanta sports. Absolutely. Because we got to get past 28-3.
Got to.
You have a right to listen to Judge Joe Brown interview with Kwame Brown. Nothing but fire.
Oh, it was definitely.
Thank you. Didn't know. We'll definitely listen to that today.
Some secrets about our vice president on that interview too.
Oh. Anthony Corey, Hawk fans, you have the right to not throw a parade if they get swept in the Eastern Conference Finals like the 60-win team. Wow, Anthony Corey, way to bring down the mood. We're excited. The Nets have the right to beat the Bucks game 1 and show y'all they mean business and can come out of the East. Uh-oh. That's not happening. Thomas Holcomb looks at the clock. His stagecoach just pulled up off to the Wombat Wrangling Rodeo in Rolling Fork, Mississippi.
We'll see you, Be careful in Mississippi, Thomas.
In Rolling Fork, Mississippi. I didn't know wombats needed to be wrangled. Lloyd Pierce, you have the right to run for city council. Absolutely.
Please.
He can win. He can win.
Don't try to be no coach in Boston. Run for city council. Forget that Boston job.
Because you can take Antonio Brown's spot because I think he's indicted. He's under federal indictment. He's my cousin, so you can take his spot. He's under federal indictment and he's running for mayor. And I mean, it's a whole thing. And then you got your car stolen. It's a whole thing. I can go into it. Lloyd Pierce, please. Vincent Woodruff, be careful, Thomas. Rolling Fork might be sundown town.
Exactly.
Okay.
That don't sound like the city the brothers stay in.
That doesn't sound like a place that you want to be in at 6 p.m.
No.
I'm just letting y'all know. But seriously, y'all, have a great weekend. Get out and enjoy this beautiful weather. I know it's cloudy, but it's not raining.
Thanks for watching, Coach. We see you. We see you, Coach.
We see you, Coach. Love you. And y'all have a great week. Bye.
Thank you, guys. See you next week, episode 193.